Live and locked in on Night Rain doing a no lock on challenge as we should. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Let's get it. Early morning vibes. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah sure. Let's get it. What's my next outfit? Let's go find that out. I forgot I changed the loadout a little bit. Just feel like this one ain't better than this one, to be real, bro. I think for sure next one I'm getting is this one. Or I don't know about no more. Who said that, man? I just like to play a lot of different games, bro. I'm gonna definitely I still have a couple builds in mind for Drive Beyond the Horizon, but I feel like I don't want to play it until they drop some more content. That's the biggest thing with me. Like I don't want to play it to the point where I get burnt out and then I don't want to play it anymore ever. You know what I mean? Because some games you can do that with. Like you start playing them, they're fun and they're so fun that you play it too much, and then you just like it just burns you out. And I think I've gotten like that with Warframe. I've gotten like that with Daisy. I ain't gonna lie though, Daisy is one of those games like I could come back to whenever. It just has to be. I have to feel like I miss it when I want to play it. Daisy just like I feel like it has replayability because I feel like every time you're in DayZ, it's like a new day in life or something. Because you're never gonna go in DayZ and get the same results that you get from the last time. Like some days you might be in DayZ and you can't find food, you can't find guns, you can't find, and then another day you might go in that shit and you find all types of food, you find too many guns, you find, you know what I mean? And then there's another day where you might meet somebody and they're mad chill, and you go and you get loot and you kill people, and then another day you might meet a group of people that seem chill and then they cross you. You know what I mean? Like Daisy is funny like that, bro. Right when I came into the game, these idiots left. The in-game interactions are lit. That's the other thing that when you meet people in Daisy, that's what makes it like feel like a different game every day because you meet so many people with different personalities in different places. Like I've met people in DayZ from Ireland, UK, like all types of places, bro. A lot of people from the UK is funny, and the funniest thing I feel like is like the misconceptions between people. Like you'll talk to people from the UK and they're like, "Oh, I always thought Americans was like this just because of what I see on TV and news." And then you're like, "Yeah, I kind of thought everybody from the UK was this way." You know what I mean? And you're like, "Wait a minute!" Like sometimes just meeting people from different areas and just talking to them about like what's going on, or like I think there's a huge misconception that because in the UK they don't like there's not as many guns or it's like really hard to get them and they're really illegal, even though they're like, you know what I mean? In everywhere they're kind of illegal if you have certain guns, you know what I mean? But in the UK they have like knives and things like that, but it's not like they're not. they don't have crime. Like I've talked to people from the UK and they're like, there's still like hoods out here and ghettos and shit like that. Doesn't mean like just because we don't have guns, we don't have crime out here. It's just that people are using like knives and shanks and you know what I mean? Like I saw they were banning this, it's called like a zombie apocalypse knife, and it's like a huge crazy ass knife. And I'm like, oh, that shit I don't know. Imagine somebody like running at you with a knife, like hell nah. Hell nah, bro. I don't know if that's like I wouldn't want any of that to happen, but like, damn, bro. Hell nah. I don't know. I've seen videos like self-defense videos where because sometimes you just get curious about that, like what would you do in that situation just to be prepared or aware, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, every martial artist, every self-defense video that I've seen about protecting yourself from knives and like swords and anything like that, they all say the same thing, bro. They all say something similar. Facts. I mean, unless you're like, it just depends, bro. You gotta analyze the situation. You gotta look at the person that you're dealing with and see if you feel like you could even outrun them. If it's somebody that looks super fast, you might be risking it, get stabbed in the back or something. You know what I mean? You don't know what can happen off of that. Get paralyzed if they stab you in the right place. It's like, so from what I've seen online and from different martial artists, the best thing you could do is understand that you're going to get stabbed one way or another, bro. Straight up, you're accepting that. But where you get stabbed is vital. You know what I mean? You have to avoid getting stabbed in like major veins and things like that, where you will start bleeding to a point where you know what I mean, where it's over. So that's what they say. Like, try to block out as much as you can and try to get hit in places where it's not major. To me, my shit is, bro, if I see you with a knife, it's game over. We're not playing games no more, bro, for real. I see you with a knife, I'm trying to go for that knockout hit or something. You know what I mean? I don't care. You hit me once, whatever, but, or, I don't know, bro. That's, I mean, hey, that's the thing. It's like, if you know you're, like, if they're already swinging at you with it, then that's when you start, that's when you take that into account. Like, okay, they're preparing to like stab me. Like I got to be ready for it. So there's ways though. Like people teach you, like it's certain martial arts that they teach you ways to like kind of like take the knife out of people's hands. So you kind of have to like block it with the side of your arms. Like you're trying to avoid your veins. So like trying to block like that and then try to like take the knife from them. That's the like major goal, to like de-arm them from the weapon. And from there, you know what I mean? Try to like get them in a headlock or something. Or like, I'm gonna be real. I feel like nobody's an expert in that shit. They can't be, bro. Nobody's an expert in like the unpredictable, bro. You don't know what somebody's thinking. That's the problem. People are crazy. Sometimes they do shit without thinking. You would think they're gonna be reasonable, but it's like some people are not reasonable, bro. I'm gonna be real. This is the best. This is the. I'm gonna give y'all A1 advice right here, bro. This is the best tactic in a knife fight. This is the number one way to survive a knife fight. This is how you get out of that situation fast. You bring a damn gun to the knife fight. All right? That's how you get out that shit. Or you want to play with knives? Okay, let me bring out that real deal then. You know what I mean? I bet you they gonna create space then. They ain't gonna want to play knives no more, bro. That's the number one way. And then they gonna start acting right quickly. They're like, oh shit, bring out that big boy, man. I bet you they gonna act right. And if they don't, you gonna F around and find out. The ultimate space creator, the ultimate way to disarm a knife. I just made a step-by-step guide for y'all, man. Just go ahead and bring that big boy out, man. I'm bringing out that American. I'm bringing out that American Smith and Wesson. Nah, realistically, I'm gonna bring out that Glocky. Bring out that Glocky on ya. Might bring out that 1911 on ya. You know what I mean? Like, hell no, we're not playing knives, bro. Hell nah. I'm good on that. I got shit to do, man. I got life to live. Hell nah. Now, I'm gonna be real. To be honest, like 12 gauge, sometimes I used to think like this. I used to be like the bigger the gun, the better. But when you start learning about guns and like training in that shit, you start realizing that like certain guns are for certain situations. Like shotgun is good for home defense when you're already like it's in your room, somebody's in your house. You know what I mean? But realistically, bro, like you don't want to have something that unless you have like a sawed-off shotgun or something like that, you don't want to have something that somebody could kind of like grab out of your hands and that you have to have like positioned a certain way, just like a rifle. Like you wouldn't want to have a rifle and be less than 10 feet from somebody because then they have the potential of trying to like grab it and fight with you and they could just hold the barrel down and then you're kind of like you're left in a situation where they can disarm you. You know what I mean? You want to have something that you could keep right here. If they get too close, you know what I mean? By the time they get close to you, it's already too late. Pistol. But that's like street protection. Realistically, you're not walking around with a shotgun in your pants anyway, bro. Even though, I mean, hey, I ain't going to talk about it, man. Even though I have before, I ain't going to lie to you, man. That's got to be one of the funniest things ever, bro. My boys are going to cry when I say that. I forgot all about that. When you're young and you just like, you know why? Because when I was young, or younger. I'm still young. Talk to me. When I was younger, at 18, I was like, I'm getting a shotgun because you can have a shotgun over here at 18. So I'm like, oh, they don't want me to have a pistol? Even better. I was like, I want a shotgun anyway, bro. Shotgun's way better than a pistol. You feel me? As far as like, that's what you're thinking at 18 anyway. You're like, that shit's stronger, bro. But then you're like, how am I gonna defend myself with this shit? So I was like, bro, I'm walking around with the shotgun in my pants. And you're not really supposed to do that. To be real, like, you're not really supposed to be concealing at all anyway. But, hey, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Why did I follow this asshole into the storm? What's he doing? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna end up regretting this. I could tell. So you're telling me, instead of us running out the storm and just dropping down here, we ran into the storm to drop down here to run out of the storm. I ain't gonna lie. These are the red flags that you want to look for in an ass teammate. And when you start seeing things like this, that's your sign, man. It might be time to go ahead and lead that game, bro. But you know what? We're gonna pretend like that ain't really happened, man. I'm gonna try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes, oh my, well, leave my boy right here. Classic sign of an ass teammate in a bad run. For real, rated R news, live. And I'm no better right now because I'm not staying with the other guy, bro. You know what it is that I picked the wrong teammate to run with. I was trying to follow that guy, like, yeah, I know where he's going. Realistically, bro, he did not know what he was doing, man. I was in a yap session, that's why. Buzz Bunny, what's good, Brody? Swerve, what's good? Time to leave for real. Might have to start for real leading this shit myself. The thing that, look, this is the only reason why I feel like with randoms, I don't like to do that because I know people start struggling for like authority, bro. People start struggling for like the leader position. That's why I don't even like to play that game with randoms, bro. Because then I'm gonna try to lead and mark shit, and they're gonna be marking other shit and start going in a different direction, and then the team's gonna be split. And then, and realistically, if you're by yourself, chances are you're going into duos. So people have their friend with them, and they're in group chat or party chat, and they're going the same place, and you're gonna be the one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and play that game with people. The other thing that I'm trying to do is figure out if the randoms know what they're doing or not. That's the other thing. Like, I want to see if they know what they're where they're going. I want to see if they're like leveling up the right shit. Because if they're not, I'm gonna leave. I'm just keeping it a bug, bro. I'm gonna save myself the hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. That's the best way to figure out if the randoms know what they're doing. If they're leading and they know where to go and they're going quickly, oh, I'm like, okay. Then I can start like, you know what I mean? You can start throwing in suggestions and shit. Or if you want to run off a little bit, go get your heals. If you see that, that's the major thing, bro. The randoms, some of them just like to level up, and they don't get the heals. They forget about the heals. That's what I'm gonna start doing, breaking off and just like if they certain point, I'm gonna just be like, let me get my heals real quick. This is called Night Rain. This is called Elden Ring Night Rain. Also, damn. It's 50-50 with randoms. That's the thing. So think about it like this. Think about it like this. If it's 50% that you get a good player, right? If you start looking for things about them that show that they're ass, you're going to cut that in half again. So you have an even better percentage of getting somebody good. Because sometimes, like, bro, it don't even matter. Sometimes you could get good players and you just have a bad run. It's just a part of the game. That's what makes this unique. That you're not guaranteed to all get good weapons and good spells and things like that. It's at random. The other part is sometimes you get bad weapons, bad spells, and it still go off. Sometimes you don't even need good weapons or nothing. You know what I mean? You just need a decent, like, I feel like sometimes when you get a decent upgrade in your weapon or a decent, like, sometimes those decent spells that you get, bro, some of those spells just go too crazy. That's why I always told people, like, mage builds are OP, bruh. Nobody can argue that shit. Mage builds are some of the most OP shit in Elden Ring, bro. I've seen people use mage builds and buff builds, and literally, bro, they're one-shotting almost everything. And it's like, and then people want to sit there and like pretend. It's like, nah, bro. Mage is OP in Elden Ring, for real, for real. Especially if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, of course you're gonna be like, oh, it's all right. No, bro. I've seen some people going crazy with Mage. There's tons of damn spells that are OP, bruh. Let's keep it a bug. Especially in PvP. Or like when the DLC came out, everybody was spamming Radon's moves. Oh my, that shit is nice, bruh. I think let me back out of this. Hold on. Here we go. Damn. Hold on. It's her. That's proof, bro, that that shit works. I just backed out, got back in. I got a lobby quick. This is how I get quick lobbies, bro. I think there's a bug, bro. I think there's a bug with the like the matchmaking system in the queue. Don't sit there. Just back out and then go back in. I think there's a bug. You know what else? I think it has to do with because it says like you'll be penalized if you leave the game. I think when you start leaving games, it starts putting you in queues with players that leave too. You know what I mean? I think that's what because like what else does it penalize? That might be it. Might be getting the damn bad sports lobbies. It was in Miami. Come lovers? Oh hell nah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what do you mean being penalized? I thought we had like a ranking or something. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be leaving games if it's gonna affect my overall like leaderboard score or something. But like, I don't see no shit like that. Or maybe it's yet to be determined. Oh my, that's what I'm saying. Look at this OP shit. That shit out of here, man. All right, man. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah. That's what I like to see. This guy's name is Come Lovers. I don't nah. Hell nah. I just been doing me for real. I just been just running the game, bro. Ain't been doing no quests. I did complete a quest, but I didn't even. I wasn't trying to. I don't even know what I completed. It just said something completed. I was like, okay, I completed one of them. I don't know. That's how you gotta do it, man. For real. The best way to do it on accident. Oh, oh, we just gotta spin this stone. Let's go. Oh yeah, and that Blue Goblin over here, man. Damn. Oh, nah, we cooking now. Nah, we cooking. We cooking. Wait, actually, facts. That's what exactly what I was thinking. Need a good weapon. And I have two Smiths. I just found one, and then I just found two back to back, but two different rarities. So see what happens. That's I do that if I don't like. That's if I can't find any type of weapon. That happened to me last game, I think, where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use these stones for the base weapon. But I like to at least find a weapon with some type of like, yeah, that is literally the worst case scenario, bruh. And that doesn't happen often, but for some reason, last game, what it was is that with this character, it's a dexterity build, so I'm not trying to use heavy weapons. And last game, I could only find like axes and like maybe a spear. I could work with a spear because the spear is a little bit, or maybe like this war pick. It's not bad. But I want a weapon with an effect, bro. I don't like to have a base weapon, like because look, like the effects like bleed or like poison, this shit is so vital, bro. At least to get a little bit extra damage. Sometimes those little bits of extra damage count so much in game. I can't think about how many times the boss has been 1 HP or it had a little bit of poison, you know what I mean? Or a little bit of like burn. Or like the boss has 20% health. Hey, let's go. Big W. Oh, this is a nice one. Look at that. Maybe. Oh yeah, look. This is good for dexterity. You see, like something like that. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that, but oh yeah, yeah, we about to cook. Oh, I might be down for this. I might be down for this. I haven't even had a chance to really use this weapon. At least in this game. bro. That's how I'm like, not ass. It's not about being ass. It's just about like sometimes you have to like play a certain amount of games and then you start maintenance, bro. They're about to piss me off with this shit. 2 hour maintenance. That's not that bad. That's what it is. It's just like learning, not even just the game, but sometimes you just got to learn your character. That's what it is. You're just learning how to play. You feel me? Not even just play, but play correctly. Like that's how I feel with Executor. Like Executor, I use him well, but I know that I need to use the parrying system on him and shit like that more because I don't use that at all. Because I'm not huge on that, but I know how to parry. I know how to use it. So sometimes it's just about utilizing everything that your character can do and at the right times. Like I used to just use the invisibility on my character all the time and spam that shit. But then I started noticing if I save it and wait until somebody goes down, then I could use that as a method to heal without getting hurt. You know what I mean? So it's just about finding strategies. And then also you can just look up on YouTube if you really want to see other people, how they play the character and you can like compare. I haven't done that yet, but I've seen, I mean, I saw like a couple live streams of people playing this game, but I'm gonna be real. I saw people playing this character. They was not playing it like me. So I'm just gonna go with my own advice right now. But I have to go on like YouTube and see somebody that like really knows what they're doing. That's going crazy. I don't. I feel like when people, at least from what I saw online, when I saw people playing this character, they were going really slow with it. I'm like, what are they doing, bro? Like she's a naturally fast moving character. That's why you have to use your eyes and your mind, bro. You feel me? It's not about listening to people. It's about observing what they do and seeing if they know what they're talking about. If they're like, if they have a pass in any Souls games, and you know what I mean. Like those are the things that I look for. Somebody's just trying this shit out. I mean, some people could be naturally good at shit too. Nah, I ain't grabbing no magic items. Don't worry about it. Nah, I was using when I find some, bro, I gotta find. I'm not gonna use the I'm not gonna use like the staffs, bro. Staffs just eat your FP too much. I did that one time and that shit just it ruined my like my status for my weapon. Like then I couldn't use my special attack and I was like, or not special attack, but the spell that some of the weapons come with. That's what I try to use in game, bro. Some of them like power up your weapon and then lasts a really long time compared to like when you use the staff, it uses the spell, but it does it instantly. You feel me? Guys, I appreciate it, but you know what I mean? Now we're at I don't even know how many I've been using the daggers. That's what she starts off with, bro. I was definitely using 2 daggers, but she's a dexterity build, bro. You can use any weapon that has dexterity. She's fast moving. That's the point. You feel me? You got to explore different styles of weapons with her, but you just have to make sure that they're like light weapons, not like heavy weapons like two hands and things like that. She doesn't just have to use like daggers, but she goes crazy with the daggers. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She goes crazy with the daggers. Well, more so we're talking about like having that on top of your weapons. So like let's say having a staff and having the daggers. You know what I mean? Or having like but what I was saying is that I don't like to use some of those magic weapons because they drain your FP and then you can't use the spell that comes with your weapon. Wait a minute. The grease goes crazy too, yeah. I do grab grease sometimes, but honestly, the main thing that I've been trying to grab is those stones, bro. Like the warming stone gives the ability to not only heal yourself, but your allies too. But you have to stay in the circle that it creates. But that becomes vital in the bosses, bro, when you run out of heals and everybody's freaking out. You know what I mean? Like having 4 warming stones is for me, bruh. I don't know. That shit has helped a lot with certain bosses. Probably wouldn't have finished it without those. So sometimes, especially if you notice you're low on heals and people haven't been getting heals. Oh, this shit has Bloodhound Step. Oh, that's not what I was going for, but yeah. Where they going? What is this? There's somebody on the top though. All right, well, definitely not doing this combo though. I'm gonna be real with you. This is the thing when you have like a dexterity build and you use weapons like this, they'll go into like animations where they'll start swinging around, jumping around with the weapon, and it becomes like I don't know a chain of attacks, and it's fire, bruh. So I said like you don't have to be limited to just like the lightest weapon because this is also a light weapon, but it does more damage. Oh my, come on. I feel why they were running because they wanted to get that heal real quick. That's why we skipped the boss over there. Yeah, this shit has been a little bit of a mess, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This run is not looking the best, but we'll see what happens. See, like that's with one hand, and if I two hand the weapon, start going way more crazy. You just have to have a good amount of stamina too. That shit eats stamina. But once I get her bar up, she's gonna be doing her thing. Now, if I upgrade this weapon, psh, crazy good for real. Nothing. Yo, what's good, Sherm? What's good? Early morning, man. Well, I woke up early. Some of y'all still up right now. Woo. What's up? Amza, what's good? I was about to say asthma. Also, sorry. Ah, I'm so close. Oh damn. I didn't even nah, I haven't. I'm gonna watch it today though. Oh, you're the guy with the thumbnails, bro. Yeah, I told you, bro. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want to be marketed like it's like seeing advertisements every day. You feel me? I understand your hustle. That's why I listen to your offer, but I'm good, bro. I appreciate it though. Oh no way, bro! Come on, bro. These guys going. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I have to lead these boys, man. I'm literally right here, bruh. They could easily res me, bruh. Like, huh? I'm gonna have to leave. That I ain't gonna lie, that made me rage quit. Like, what, bro? We're right next to the circle. Like, are you look? This is how easy it is, bruh. This is how so damn easy it is. I'm literally gonna run and get my. Look how close I was, bruh. Are you kidding me, bro? I can run here without healing. I can make it back without healing, bruh. Like, what? Hell nah, bruh. These guys are idiots. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit was walkable distance. Yeah, that one level matters, bro. And then I'm gonna be damn. I'm gonna be honest too. We only had one. We got one heal the entire time. We didn't even really get that many levels. I don't know what we were doing. Like, Buddy was I ain't gonna lie though, it's my fault too, because sometimes I start talking to chat and I'll ignore where I'm going or what I'm doing and I just let them keep going. That is gonna piss me off, bro. That maintenance. That is gonna piss me off, bro. How many maintenances are we gonna have already, bruh? This shit just came out, 2 maintenances. The other one didn't affect me because I was going to sleep at that time. I can't believe it, bruh. They're playing with my emotions right now, man. What time is that? It said, did it say 8 o'clock UTC? I don't give a damn what they trying to fix, man. Tell them that they need to fix that while I'm playing. Don't kick me off a game I paid for, man. I hate when people do that shit. I paid good money for this. I feel like they also, bro, I feel like they also do that shit like at the worst times. Every time there's maintenance, bro, I feel like I'm off. Like I'm off work. I'm like, bro, do that shit while I'm working. Do that shit in the middle of the day when everybody's at work, when people are doing shit, bro. It's like you're gonna do that when people. These are prime hours when people are playing right now, buddy. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people are sleeping right now. That's why they're like, all right, perfect time. Oh, this shit's about to. This shit is about to go off. This shit is about to go off in literally 4 minutes anyway. We're good. Should have just fought that boss with them. I would have thought about that. Damn, bro. Hopefully, they don't kick us out the game. Maybe they'll keep us in the game. I know they're gonna kick me out the game though. Realistically, it would be nice though. It's a nice thought. Oh my. Oh, let me get that. I thought with them choppers. Hey, that's tough, bro. You just gotta start hitting. Start planning the events, bro. You feel me? You don't have to wait for that. Just that event. I know you're already plotting on them. Start plotting other events in different places that are close to you. You know what I mean? And use like those small events for practice for the bigger ones. Start getting that little bag, or you know what I mean? You can even start calling out other creators, other people in the space, and start doing like content videos where you do wagers. You feel me? Do some little wagers and shit on Tekken, but you gotta win them shits. You feel me? Can't be get on that shit and lose it, bro. They gonna roast your ass. You gotta win them shits. Nah, ain't no collab wager, bro. Straight. I ain't gonna lie. Collab is like you work it together to for like. I mean, you can still keep it. You know what I mean? It can still be friendly, but I'm gonna be real. When you're in that space, a lot of that shit is like respect for each other, but it ain't really friendly, bro. That shit's competition. When you do wagers, that shit ain't no. It ain't for It ain't for the collab. It's for the damn embarrassment of the other person most of the time, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's who's seen who's better. You know what I mean? Because the other person, you gotta think about like if you lose, that person's viewership is not gonna come watch you because you lost. If you win, they gonna come check you out, see your page, maybe give you a follow. If you lose, bro, like anybody could lose. You know what I mean? How many people do you follow that just be losing all the time? Damn, me, damn, hold on. Nah, for real though, it's gotta be something. Gotta be something that keeps you there. Personality or something. Better make them laugh, for real. You better lose with grace. That's what it is, yeah. Lose with grace and make them laugh. Oh yeah? Well, I know somebody better, bro. My boy Sherm. My boy Sherm said. My boy Sherm said, "What's up?" Sherm said he willing to put 10,000 on it right now. What's up? Sherm said 10K on it right now, man. What it do? Whoa, calm down. Yeah, I'm speaking for Sherm now, man. Damn, Sheen, dad. Don't be calling Sherm Sheen, bro. Damn, disrespecting. See that shit, bro? See how they try to play you already? Damn. Who's this asshole? Who you think you are, buddy? That shit. Well, I like to see. It's all good. You gotta talk your shit though, bro. This is the thing. Sometimes you could go against people that have a good record, well known, and if everybody knows he's gonna cook, all you gotta do is just hold your own. You feel me? Sometimes some of those opportunities are worth paying for. You not betting 1,000. You paying 1,000 for the opportunity. You feel me? Sometimes that's where it could be. That's where it could be vital to like. You never know, bruh. That might be the move. Find streamers and creators that are well known. Put up like 500. Have a, you know what I mean? You don't have to have a big ego and shit. You can just go in there humble. Like, listen, man. I know I might lose, but I'm putting up 500 for the opportunity. Straight up. And I feel like I could win. And I'm going to trust myself. You know what I mean? Oh, my. We both got body for that. I wonder this guy was kind of tough. Devil Jin go off. I ain't gonna lie. I used to main like Harangue or I used to main Bob, bro. I'm crazy with Bob, but I think they added Bob back. I'm gonna have to get on. I'm gonna have to get on. Yeah, I'm back on my Bob arc, bro. You know how I got on? Oh my stupid, bro. You know how I got on Bob? Because Bob, nobody wanted to pick Bob because he was a fat guy, he was funny looking. Everybody used to skip Bob. All my friends, it kicked us off. All my all my friends used to skip Bob. So I was like, one day I just picked Bob. I was like, Bob's funny looking. Let me pick him. And Bob, bro, he got a crazy move set for real, for real. Him and what's her name? Is the Asian girl. Damn, starts with an X. Forgot what her name is. When I started using her and switching, she like switches stances and she'll turn around and you can switch her stance and she'll start fighting backwards. Oh my God, bro. She is, yes, bro. I go crazy with her. And I could, bro, I used to play a lot of Tekken, but I just, I'm just tired of fighting games, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's just it's too competitive, bruh. At least for streaming, bruh. I'm not trying to be on here raging, cussing this shit, going crazy. And then bro, she has like moves that she could kind of like block your attacks and then like spin out of your attacks and then like reposition herself and she'll push you to the side. Bro, when I started learning that shit, I was like, damn, she is goated. All right, what we gonna play right now? Damn, bro, they kind of damn, bro.